Hi again. It's me. I'm by my favorite tree. Today, today was a day where it's supposed to be calm. It's supposed to be short. But it's been a bit long. I woke up at 10:30. I went for a run. It was 3 miles, and it was not very good. Pacing was probably fine in the end. My time was probably fine, but I went out too fast. I did the same run on Thursday, and I told myself, next time I do this run, I will pace myself better, and that did not happen. I also just was not very focused throughout the run, and so that's what made it not very good. I got back to my house, I washed up, I then had some lunch, pretty good. After I had lunch, I packed up my things. After I packed up, I drove, and then I went to the store. The store was okay. I got dinner. Dinner was okay. And then now, back here. Start of another one. In all honesty, I was meant to make another video. I had fun with the first one, and it was nice. And I was well filming the second week. Though, the next week I did have 2 tests. And that really only gave me time to finish editing the one video. But I was filming for another. And then I thought, okay, I don't have a lot this week, so I'll combine it with next week, which was spring break. And I filmed some on spring break too. And it wasn't too bad. But I ended up getting back, and then I just never found a point to get to editing. And then stuff stacked up, and I never got to a point of filming again. But the semester's over now. The school year's over, really. And I have a lot more free time on my hands. And I did have fun with the first one, and I want to do more. And then now again, I have the time, and I have the motivation. And really, those are the only 2 things you need. It's currently 11:59, Tuesday, May 12th. I'm pretty happy with today. All honesty, I didn't film a lot, but before the day started, I set out 3 things that I wanted to get done. And then these things too, nothing was stopping me besides me. First, I needed to download all of my files from classes for this past semester. Got that done pretty early. Next was get a library card. Got that done. Very happy about that. And then last was clean my apartment. Now I pretty much did all of that, except the kitchen has not been cleaned, but everything else is great, and I already feel so much better. So with that, I'd say it's been a pretty good day. I'm excited for tomorrow. I get to go to the store. I have to find some things there, and then it should be pretty nice weather again. Today's weather was actually great, so I was really happy with that. I didn't notice anything unusual today. But yeah, excited for tomorrow, and that's all that matters. Hopefully I can sleep well tonight. Man, the Walmart parking lot has no business being this busy on a Wednesday at like 2 o'clock. So an unsuccessful Walmart trip expected, honestly. I feel like I always see something weird whenever I go to Walmart, though. Well, I feel that's a common take. This time, I was walking in. I see a family of 4 cheering on a locksmith trying to open up a car. And that's worthwhile, I'd say, thinking about it, because the locksmith of the world deserve more hype. I mean, really, any profession deserves more hype. It always feels good, like, when someone's cheering you on while you're doing something. Like, really, the cheering on gets saved for the entertainment stars. let's cheer on the locksmiths as well. But last time I went to this Walmart, I saw like a couple making out in a car, which completely fine to do, to be honest. Like, I'd support that. But it was at 11:30 a.m., which I just found was kind of weird. Hopefully I don't have to return to Walmart for a good 2 to 3 months, maybe even longer. Hopefully longer, but minimum 2 to 3 months. All right, it's dinner time now. What's for dinner tonight? Just Chipotle. Now, I will run you through my order. It is brown rice, black beans, chicken, pico, corn, sour cream, and cheese. Always. I don't remember the last time when I ordered something different. I really enjoy it. I think it's great. I've been getting nice at Chipotle recently, honestly. The weight on this one's pretty good. I'll take it. You know, sometimes I don't like when they overweight my bowl. Of course I don't like when they skimp out a little bit, but sometimes they put so much in there that it's just too much. And I'm not the type of person either to get a Chipotle bowl and make it last 2 days, or 2 meals really. So after the Walmart fail, I went to Target and I was there for too long. But I did manage to secure some Charmin Ultra Soft and Claritin. Those are pretty essential, so I'm happy with that. Afterwards, I went back to the library and I got a book on JavaScript. Everyone's favorite. That's certainly a light read for the general population. I did come up unsuccessful in my search for the World Cup stickers, but I'm getting them soon. So I'm excited about that. I'm a bit sad to not get them today though. It is what it is. Really, rest of the day now, all I gotta do is exercise and read too. But those should both be good things to do. Thinking core workout today. Also thinking golf. I might go to the driving range, but I'm also considering just going on a walk as well. It's warm today, but it's not that warm. Yesterday was hot and very sunny, which was nice. But it feels like Wednesday weather. I'll say that. You know, warm, but not very sunny, very cloudy, bit of wind. Typical Wednesday. Yesterday, though, was Friday weather on a Tuesday. You know, I was thinking earlier today, I love exercise, but I hate showering. I just don't, it gets in the way. Like, you got to get yourself wet, got to just separate like completely from what you're doing. It breaks up your flow. Then you got to get wet, clean yourself, then you got to dry off. And it's just long. And then sometimes too, you got to do other stuff. I wash my face after I shower. That's long as well. And it just interrupts the whole flow. But I also thought at the same time, the alternative is not showering. And if I don't shower, I just stay stuck and sweat, which is a lot worse. So I guess I'll stick with showering. But dang. It really stinks there's not a nice alternative, or the fact that showering is the better of the two options. I guess really lately what I've been focusing on has been optimizing a lot of exercising with a little showering. That seemed to help a bit. All right, just got out of the shower. Golf was pretty good. It was really windy. That's my only complaint. But I made solid contact on over half of my balls, which I like. Still a bit of work to do, but that's okay. Then now it's time to read. So my current book, Inverting the Pyramid. I've tried to read this book, honestly, like 3 or 4 times. This is the farthest I've got, and I'm gonna finish it. I've been doing pretty well at this point. It's about soccer tactics, up my alley. I really like it. A lot about the World Cup in there, so that's pretty fun as well. The day's almost over now. Almost the end of Thursday. Favorite part of today, probably going on a run. It went a lot better than Monday's run. 3 miles again, but this time I was a lot more focused. I still think I went too fast. Ideally, I should be going a little bit slower, but still pretty good. The weather was great today, so that's always nice as well. Now, I did have some goals for today that I haven't yet gotten done, and that's to clean the kitchen and get all of the things that I want to bring home packed up.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle?
You saw the time, but it's also time for the gauntlet. Let me explain. Find a hill, run up the hill. At the top of the hill, 10 tricep dips and 10 squats. Run down the hill, and then 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups. A minute of rest, and that's a set. I'm thinking of going for 5 sets today. It's been a while since I've done this, but I had the feeling. Okay, 5 sets of the gauntlet done. I'm pretty happy with the result. I think next time I may try and up the reps on all of the body weight exercises. I underestimated the gauntlet going in. It's called the gauntlet for a reason, named by yours truly as well. Now there is one downside to this too. I feel like I'm usually fine waking up super early, but tonight I have to drive home. And on the drive home, I believe I'm listening to Philosophize This, which it's in the name, but it's a philosophy podcast. And for 90% of the world's population, it would put them to sleep. And I'm hoping I don't fall asleep on the drive home, because obviously that'd be bad. But hopefully I can stay awake for those episodes and not be tired. I'm not feeling music. I want to listen to a podcast. And I feel like that's one of the only podcasts out there, at least for me, that's not as opinionated.
It turns out in practice, understandably asked, but...
All right, finding this was probably a lot more trouble than it should have been. I don't think it should be this hard to find a nice spot, out in nature, and I'm standing up too. Like, what is this? But anyway, it's Sunday, just after 5 o'clock, I want to say. I got home. I didn't really film much. On Saturday, I watched the FA Cup final between Chelsea, my guys, and Manchester City. Chelsea lost 1-0. That's awful. And then I looked after the game too, and it turns out that Chelsea has lost 7 straight final games at Wembley, going back to 2019, which pretty much means they're averaging just under 1 loss at Wembley per year, which is ridiculous. I mean, just think of how many trophies Chelsea would have if they had won all of those games. But again, too, that was like the one chance that Chelsea had for getting a positive out of this season. And now the season is just going to be finishing mid-table in the league, having no European football for next year, and still without a coach. That's terrible. I mean, Chelsea's a club that should be winning league titles, winning trophies in Europe. This result's just unacceptable. And then in the game, the goal that City scored it's just a lucky goal. Like, you try that so many times in practice and in games, and it never works. And the fact that that little, like, that back heel actually worked, how? And I mean, Chelsea couldn't get anything going on the attack either, so it was just going to be a 0-0 draw anyway. But, like, I mean, that's what happens when you start 2 left backs and 2 right backs. Rest of the day, I really didn't do much. I went for a run again. I did the same 3-mile route that I did Monday, and it went much better. I was a lot more focused. I went fast, but I didn't go so fast to the point where I was breathing out of my mouth. I breathed through my nose for pretty much the whole time. I still made a good pace too, and big improvement from Monday, all you can really ask for. Saturday as well, I went to the mall. I saw this at the mall. Nah, because are we serious? Like, those 2 things right there are the reason why I do not go to the store. We do not need these in society. And I also went to the bookstore too. The bookstore was chill, just read, went on my laptop. I went out to dinner with my dad, that was really fun. And then I got back, just hung out some more, stayed up late. Now Saturday was nice, but I learned at the end of the night that in a little less than 2 months' time, it'll be the return of the Mac and the return of the Max. Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. I'm excited for that one. It makes sense. It's a highly anticipated fight, and I just pray that no one gets injured and it makes it to the actual fight date. That's all I can really ask for. I don't want to get my hopes up too much because, yeah, if something falls through, it would be really bad. So I'm really excited for that. Today, Sunday, I woke up late again, watched soccer most of the morning, had breakfast, had lunch, then spending some time outside here. Really nice out, probably the warmest day of the year. Got on a good walk, got to walk back home after this. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of the week. Pretty happy with it, did a good amount. I do wish I was able to get some more of the like back camera shots, but I wasn't able to get much of those. I also saw this guy on the way here too. Forgot about that. I don't really have too much planned or too much on the mind for next week. I'm a little disappointed in the weekend because I moved sluggish. Again, it is what it is. And then for next week, just try and set goals every day and then bring good energy every day. And I don't know if there's more I can do other than that. But yeah, that's going to be all for this week.